Thank you so much for tuning into our foreclosure channel. We hope the content that we're providing for you is helpful. Today, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what is the timeline or the foreclosure process. You know, if the default isn't resolved, the foreclosure process moves forward, starting with a foreclosure hearing. Now, in North Carolina, that hearing takes place before the clerk of courts at the county courthouse where the property is located. Now, the notice of default is recorded at the county recorder's office. So here's what typically happens at the foreclosure hearing. The lender must prove their key points, such as the loan is in default and that the proper notifications to the homeowner have been given, and that they actually have the authority to foreclose on the property. Now, you as the borrower, you can be present to present your arguments or request for maybe additional time to explore repayment options. The clerk oversees the hearing and decides whether the foreclosure can proceed ahead. Now, if the foreclosure is approved to move ahead, the lender will then schedule a public hearing date. That's the date that the home will be auctioned off. And it's usually about 30 days away here in North Carolina. Now, even at this stage, there's still a chance to get the foreclosure stopped. You can pay, you still have the opportunity to pay all the arrears or the overdue amount. Of course, there's going to be legal fees and fines and interest associated with that. Or you can still continue to work settling out with the lender before the sale date. Obviously, though, the closer that you get to that sale date, the more difficult that becomes. Now, receiving the notice of default, it can really can be one of the scariest moments that any homeowner can have. It's really important to remember that you still have options. What do you do next can make the difference between keeping your home or having it foreclosed on. Now, when we consult with homeowners that have recently received the notice of default, here's the advice that we give them. The first thing you should do after receiving the notice of default is to contact the lender, or whether it be the loan servicing company. But you should do that immediately. It might feel intimidating, but avoiding this conversation only makes things worse. And when you reach out, be polite, but direct. Ask what options that they can offer you and the financial qualifications for each of those options. Here's some of the questions you could consider asking. Are there any repayment plans or loan modification programs available? And what are the financial criteria for being qualified for each of those plans? Or you could ask, could a temporary forbearance be arranged while we catch up? Or will they waive any late fees to make payments more manageable? You want to be proactive and show the lender that you're really serious about resolving this issue. Lenders often prefer working out some kind of solution rather than moving forward with a foreclosure. So use this opportunity to negotiate. If financial troubles have started brewing, the worst thing you can do is to keep your lender in the dark. Open and consistent communication is often the difference between resolving the issue and escalating it to foreclosure. Notify your lenders early. If you know you might miss a payment, call your lender before it happens. Lenders are often more willing to work with you if there's a problem. Understanding your options, asking what alternatives like loans modifications and forbearances and repayment plans, these can provide breathing room as you recover financially. You should always document all your communications. Keep a record of every phone call, email, or letter, and you want to include the dates and the names of the people you talked with and sort of the content of what the discussion was. You also want to be honest about your situation. Sugarcoating your financial troubles, it really helps nobody. Just be upfront with the lender so that the lender can help and you can determine if there is any solutions for you. And you know what? You want to respond to notices promptly. Ignoring the mail or the phone calls from your lenders, it will not make things any better. It'll make it worse. So once they send you a notice of default, your options may become very limited. Know your rights, review your mortgage terms and your mortgage documents and your state laws. These will outline what the lender can and cannot do in cases of payment issues. Think of your relationship with the lender as sort of as a partnership. The sooner that you invite them into the conversation, the more likely that both parties are going to find a solution together. They want to avoid foreclosure too. It's expensive for them as it is life-altering for you. So take these preventative steps so that they won't guarantee that you'll never face financial difficulties, but they do give you the tools to respond effectively when challenges do arise. Being prepared and proactive, it can make all the difference. So, in conclusion, a notice of default in North Carolina is a serious warning, but it's not the end of your options. Understanding what it means and taking immediate actions, it can make a difference between saving your home or your home being sold at auction. We cannot stress enough how important it is to understand what all your options for stopping the foreclosure efforts of your lender are. Your situation, it will dictate which option's best for you. And we are fully committed to accurately and fully lay out how each option works so that you get to make the best path choice. Now, if you want a clear understanding of what your options are and how to properly execute a plan for success, simply select the Contact Us button on our website. And our website is www.foreclosuresolutionsnc.com. Now, don't wait until it's too late. Reach out for assistance, explore your options, and take control of the situation. Your home, it's worth saving. Thank you for your time today. I hope this was helpful.